have a brief demo of APSA 80 as a water management soil amendment product, and with water being the #1 limiting factor on yields, this can be very impactful for farmers and turf managers. I'm going to put 10 drops of APSA here on this plate and then add 4 ounces of water to mix up, and that's roughly a 0.004% solution. And just have another plate with just plain water. And I do have some peat moss starter pots. Of course, peat moss, being a very organic soil, can be hard to wet, but when it gets wet, will certainly stay wet. And as you can see from the image there, the pot on the right without the APSA almost has a water-phobic quality to it, whereas the APSA pot has already begun to absorb. And the modality of APSA is it lowers the surface tension of water, and studies have shown that it increases water infiltration by 30 to 44%. So it can be very significant if you have some hard to wet soils. If you get a heavy rain and you've got some rolling hills, you'll get better water absorption at the top of those hills, so there's less runoff, less erosion. Also equates to less pooling and ponding in some of your lower lying areas. But with peat moss being a very organic soil, there are many micropores, which again are hard to wet. And what APSA will do is it will get more of that moisture into the micropores, which is where the largest water holding capacity of the soil is. So with that, keeping your water content in that 25 to 28% range, which is ideal. The other aspect of APSA, as it lowers the surface tension, will also help drain water through the macropores. So again, you'll get less pooling, less standing water, which also equates to less nitrification and leaching of those high dollar inputs with nitrogen. The other thing that studies have shown is that it does alleviate compaction. And many studies out at the Irrigation Research Foundation, we have seen an increase of 6 to 9 inches deeper on your corn roots. So, as it turns off dry in June and July, your corn's throwing tassels, you're able to tap into a larger fuel tank, and again, that point in the growth cycle when the plant is going through the maximum amount of water, tapping into that larger fuel tank can be very beneficial to the plant, which of course is then beneficial to the farmer. In addition to that, there is a proprietary component to APSA which will irritate the tip of that corn root, and what that does is it causes it to secrete more mucigel, so again can drive those roots down further, also adding to that 6 to 9 inches deeper. A 9-year average with this product has been 17.6 bushel. Recent corn, cash corn has been $7, so again, fairly significant net return in profit. As you can see here in just a couple of minutes, that has already wicked up the plate with the APSA a little over an inch. Also illustrates the capillary movement of water. So APSA can move water horizontally and vertically. One of the things that we have seen is it can recharge moisture into the root zone overnight. So again, as there's more stress on that plant, just being able to access water more easily is extremely beneficial on that. So with the aspect that I talked about, nitrification, you have 90% of the root mass in that optimum temperature for nitrogen uptake longer through the growing season. And again, all of those components add up to that 17.6 bushel increase. Now, the original purpose of APSA was as a spreader sticker for herbicides, and it is one of the best out there. It is the first non-ionic surfactant. We've had commercial sprayers rained out of the field for 2.5 days with atrazine in their tank, and APSA was able to hold that product in suspension without agitation. So one of the aspects here of as a spreader sticker, I'll empty this, and hopefully we're able to see this on the video. APSA has been able to cut through the waxy coating of that plate. And the non-APSA plate, as I dump this water, that plate, absolutely no absorption or no penetration through the waxy coating. So as a spreader sticker, a phenomenal product to get that herbicide into the plant faster, more effectively, giving you a better herbicide kill. So APSA 80, again, what I believe to be the top water management tool out there, other than what God gives us through the sky, and allows you to maximize what God does give us through the sky.